So what I did was, and I don't think that you can, so what I did was, for the students that met the contract, I took what their grade in class was at that point, and I entered that same number for their final exam score, so that their grade didn't change, but it was based on their grades of those first three categories: the homework, the quizzes, and the in-class exams, the offline items. Those three categories, whatever percentage they had there, I just carried over the same percentage, which ends up being right where I wanted it to be. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. And do they turn off at that point? Yeah. So this contract system does sort of encourage the persistence over the whole semester that I like. Yeah. And you know, the whole semester, all you would need to go really badly is, you know, a wild flu outbreak in your area, and it can get a little tough for them to meet that contract. But attendance is important. And I make a big point of that with my students. You know, this is where you're going to learn. You need to be here. If you could learn this by not being here, you would have learned it already. Right? You need to be here and participating. So attendance to me, although teaching at a college, I feel funny sometimes, like, should I have to do this? I'm afraid that we do. Yeah. Oh, sure. Right. Yeah. School would be real easy if you didn't have to work, or you didn't have a family to take care of, or you weren't taking 18 other units, and, you know, it's not the ideal situation. And so I think this is a little more flexible approach. Anybody else? All right, so let me just, oh, go ahead, John. Yeah. Oh, yeah, thanks. For homework, I shoot for, now it depends on the class, but I shoot for around 20 questions. And I do the same for my quizzes. In maybe a pre-algebra course, some of those sections, the number of homework problems is going to go up because they're really, you know, 4 minus 7, 5 minus 11. They can get through those a little quicker. So I want to have more practice there. But in the algebra classes, I would say 20 is about right. I'll probably just wrap it up here because I think Kathy's going to get nervous in a minute. My email address is at the top, George W., not that George W., at, yeah, I'm not getting as many emails as I used to from all sorts of groups, at COS, for College of the Sequoias, not any sort of trig reference, .edu. My website is easy for me to remember, georgewoodbury.com. And on that website, there's a link to my blog, the blogorithm that we talked about. And I blog 5 times a week. I blog, except for today. I feel really bad, but I'm happy to be here. I blog on My Math Lab on Monday, Study Skills on Tuesday, General Teaching Tips on Wednesday, Thursday on Communities of Learners, and then Friday is my Technology Day. Are we good? Hey, thanks for coming, everybody. Thanks for staying after lunch. And thanks for staying awake. It's a win-win-win.